Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 in part 2 of our Mother Ostankya Realm of Souls campaign. Huge thank you once again to Creative Assembly for providing us some early access to Shadows of Change, that way I can show you all everything that is going to be in the DLC, that way you can make the decision for yourself if this one is worth it, if you're going to be waiting for a sale or not at all. Either way, I'm going to have my own review up. I'm going to basically be avoiding all kind of negativity, except for maybe criticisms on what I see as I see it. But we'll avoid that any kind until the final embargo drops. I'll be writing up a proper script for kind of my thoughts on the pricing and everything for this campaign. Either way, diving back on into Mother Ostankya, I was actually going to be giving the Hellcade Drove here to the purple cloaked ogres, but they have now committed the ultimate sin of Kislev and they have trespassed on the woods. So while I was going to work with them, now they must be eradicated. So they are currently fighting Baldig.
I'll swallow you whole!
Excuse me? She's not that ugly. We are going to go ahead and join your war against the Sons of the Mountain for no other reason than they trespassed on my land.
That'll do the job.
That'll do the job. We aren't going to trust them at all, but we will simply attack the purple cloaked ogres. Is this giving ourselves unnecessary enemies? Oh, absolutely. But they started it.
Feed
the forest. These poor ogres are in march stance. Let's just see how many casualties we take in a normal fight here. Otherwise, this would be an absolute annihilation. Actually, you know what? It'd be very foolish for us to take any casualties on this one. This is just going to be an ogreable pincushion. Let's dive in. Alright, so we shall start deployment, and actually we can't be calling Mother Ostankya Baba Yaga because I guess they have expressly told us that they are different characters, and I guess I must have missed that. So she may be a acolyte of Baba Yaga or just a apostate ice witch. We do not know her origins, but we will grab our Akshina ambushers, set them up so that they can be playing Whack an Ogre. Spread them apart a little bit so we've got that nice blend of fire. We're going to throw all the cave bats behind them. Let's throw them off to the side here. There's a high chance of friendly fire when you have the bats fly over the tops of crossbowmen and archers, as you would expect, as they're trying to fly through the flight path of your own arrows. Something up kind of like this. There are lots of enemy ogres, but we can kind of keep them guessing just by having a sheer all of these big old angry units up front. We'll have our own ogres backed up by the things in the woods. We can have the spiders over here waiting to help out in case the Akshina Rangers need it. All of our beast units, the range, to put you with the infantry, I guess. I think Big Beastie himself's gonna go hunt down him a tyrant. Alright, Torglug, prepare yourself. You go over here and just start bothering him right away.
We warned you, the daughters and I.
We did warn you.
We told you what was coming. Now it is here, and another of Kislev's foes must be destroyed.
Indeed. We told you what was coming.
Moving
It is doom.
Beowulf's
Oh, those ones are not very accurate. Little hag witches shotguns. She's got some Flock of Doom, though we can drop down as long as I can hit all these ogres here. We're gonna try to shoot the gap with Mother Ostankya. Nope, that's not gonna happen. Back on around. Lure them on towards our line. Ogres get up front. Things in the woods as well. Looks like they can tell I was trying to lure them over to the things in the woods. Oh, look at that damage. Beautiful stuff. Just give her some extra speed. She can zoom around the side. Oh yeah, no, that was an excellent work. Akshina annihilated them. Move forward a bit. You come on in behind. You're gonna try to charge down Mother Ostankya. It's not gonna work very well. And you run that group down. Hunt down that tyrant. Every single archer fire on the tyrant at the same time as well. We'll come up around the Akshina. We're going to have them just kind of hold the line. Drop down the enfeebling foe on the Tyrant. Bring in some more things in the woods, or we'll just drop them in here so they can start rushing on over. Beautiful. Some slow motion battle shots of the big beastie facing off against a Tyrant. Dwarfs the ogres. You can see our own ogres as well, I think, based on the pants they're wearing. These are our boys here. Beautiful Kislev blue. Oh yeah, give him the kick. It's not as terrifying as Scarbrand's kick, but it's up there. He was laser beaming our own. Oh yeah, now the things in the woods, running them off quickly. We'll go for the Goulias just to heal up all our beasties that are in the area, and the ogres as well. Good old magical mushrooms. And that's the ogres slain. We'll have the bats hunt down the survivors if they can here. It may take too much damage from the charging ogres. And I'll catch you all in a moment. Alright, only one of ours fell, and I think it was one of the ogres. They tripped on a rock or something and smashed their own forehead with one of their clubs. Unfortunate. 12 of these ogre bulls escaped. That was less or more than I wanted to. But we can go ahead and... I think we'll just take the extra spirit essence. Execute them all. Agreed. Plus they decided to trespass. The fools. So what we're going to go ahead and do and let Baldig take Zerulus, as he's moving on over with a pretty massive force of ogre bulls there. He can't quite reach. We've gained ourselves the wolf hearts. Although if we can reach a new trinket as well. We'll find out in just a moment. No, we can't. And Gutblout looks to be claiming the challenge stone here. We don't know what their intentions are, but that looks to be they're just trying to spread out and colonize. What we are going to do with Ostankya, make it into the city? No.
The wilds are safe enough.
In that case, we don't really care about taking a little bit of attrition. We'll scoot on over in close enough to City of Splinters. I am going to go ahead and pull Juliana out of our army. Her job is going to be, although we can't move her anymore because we were in March, her job is going to be to explore Kislev proper and go meet with its arena. Weird movement there.
Always against chaos.
Always against chaos.
At your peril.
So to stay hag at our own peril, we are going to go ahead and actually avoid firing drills tier 2 for now. We're just going to go ahead and make her casting a bit better. Let her overcast the Flock of Doom. It just increases the range and how long it lasts, which is pretty decent. Iron Curse icon. We will go ahead and give these two a combination. Do a bit of a gamble. Gain a Fencer's Blades, which not fantastic for Ostankya, but it'll help her out in melee. She's got 50 attack and 38 defense, which is pretty solid for a chariot. Is being pulled by horrifying hell beasts of the forest is pretty useful. What we'll do is we'll wait to see which, if he actually claims Zerulus, then I will hand off the Hellcade Drove. Or if Gutblout takes this one and they don't manage to claim this one, then we'll probably hand it off to these ogres here, the Loose Tooth tribe. We're going to be friends at least with one of the ogres for now until we need to annihilate them. Giving them this settlement will give us a nice kind of blockade against chaos, and it will allow us to not be getting into contact with the two Stygian factions that are up here just quite as quickly. So over here in the City of Splinters, we are going to go ahead and grab the eerie woods. Surrounded by a thicket of trees, a log cabin sits in shadow, seemingly the only sign of life for miles. Just a little bit of income, and then the Akshina ambushers. It does increase up to 125, which is nothing incredible, but does unlock the elemental incarnate beasts, which we are going to be getting as soon as we can. We definitely want, I think, 2 elemental ice bears and 2 beasts, the incarnate beasts in Mother Ostankya's army. Kind of for the final force. Go ahead and upgrade this one to the Cavern of Silk. Stare into the darkness long enough, and ink black eyes will stare straight back. At least it's not the void. For our technology, we did finish the charms above the door as well, so every fearful Kislevite knows that wary steps and a keen eye is best supplemented with a reliable charm. Mother Ostankya is keen to provide. We get extra magical item drop chance, more campaign line of sight plus 50%, which is really good, and then spell resistance plus 10% for all armies. It'd be really hard to sneak up on Ostankya. Our next technology, I believe, after kind of looking on through here, It does look like they removed the technology that just gives you straight up more range and weapon strength. I think they just added that into Kislev as a faction. So what we're going to do is just grab convalescence here, time dedicated purely to rest, but also knowledge of healing herbs and the methods needed to extract best from them are key to a casualty survival. We'll just get better at our doctor work. I'm going to save and gun up for a double-double, that way we can get our secondary trinket slot.
The snows
I don't think we've unlocked any of them yet.
needed the invention of fire.
May not be able to until you actually have the ability to. So we gained the well-gnawed bone. What creature this bone once inhabited is unclear, but given the lack of meat, it must have been tasty. More missile strength for our own, 15% is pretty solid, or we could use it to drop missile strength of an enemy by 15%. So we now have access to a few curses. We've got the Fragmenti, which basically drops their health to 25%, very slowly. Once the frail bonds of flesh and sinew have been weakened, any creature is liable to crumble into dust and bone. Dust and darkness. Typhlosis. Vision is the most fragile of the senses, easily stolen by a simple spell or toxic brew. Melee attack, melee defense, and accuracy. That's it. For the entire battle. So this basically just says your enemy lord is no use, or whatever the most important target is. Let's do it. Do we get any boons? Spectre's miasma. So entities explode on death. Well, they gain the Sour Guts ability. How is this useful, though? Say you have a unit of archers that gets caught. I guess it does increase their missile strength. And resistance, so they get caught. If they do end up dying, they explode for a fair bit of damage. I mean, that's... We've got to try that out, right? We can put it on the bats. Oh, that's for missile strength. So we'll put it on our Akshina ambushers. I do want to grab Typhlosis first, though. This seems too good to pass up.
The wind whips
Because we have
flames like glass,
multiple sets of...
and you stumble, snowblind ahead.
You've got so much to say. We've got two sets of trinkets now, so we can make multiple of these a turn as long as we've got the essence for it. And part of our campaign victory is for spending the essence, so there we are.
Rich with sweat and onion, cross and loss.
You are a professional at rhyming. Any timing. Oof, got him, me too. And zoom in the turn. Alright, another swig of old coffee and we're here. Occupy, loot, raise, and sack 3 different settlements, and we would gain the Cauldron of Power, which I guess we have a replica currently. The Cauldron of Power withers and wanes. Its arcane energy almost drained from constant use in Kislev's defense. Oh, I see. It's old and worn out. Many materials will be required to resurrect the Cauldron's magic. Fortunately, such materials can be found in abundance within the realms of the Motherland's enemies. 5,000 more treasury and the Cauldron of Power, which looks just incredible. Elemental Mastery of the Winds for embedded Hag Witches. We just want as many Hag Witches as we can, that way we can drop down some incredibly devastating Flocks of Doom. You wouldn't think Flock of Doom would be devastating, but once you can boost it up really high, that's pretty scary damage. Alright, Ostankya. Looks like Zerulus was not cracked, so Chaos Slayer Gut Blout.
Boss's orders.
Oh, nice. You got yourself a title. Big name. How would you like to be the proud owner of the Hellcade Drove? I don't want it. Oh, nice. He does. And he would take some agreements with me. Let's grab trade. Non-aggression. And that's it. You don't need to stand in my lands at all. It's going to make Ostankya very angry. In fact, stay out always.
That's why I'm boss.
That's what you think, buddy. We're going to turn your beard into worms.
Oh,
Alright, well, we've got some trade active now. Perfect. And now the ogres are a nice, chunky cushion of protection against our enemies. We can start moving on down south.
Around the fire, spirits.
One more turn before the Eerie Woods, so let's actually move as fast as we can. Speed is of the essence.
Call me witch.
Never.
Inhabit these hovels.
Never, never. Let's go find Katerin. City of Splinters up to the town already, which is perfect. And I am going to kind of watch. Well, as soon as it tells us, it's going to have us have an objective for a new lord very soon. Road of Skulls, Spirit Essence, and then Cauldron of Power. There's usually a quest that pops up saying, hey, open up a second front. We'll do that to defend the City of Splinters. Anytime we see things start getting a little bit spicy, we'll throw in a Boyar real quick and recruit him up some. I guess he's a Boyar. What are we going to make him have? If he works with Ostankya, we'll have him have a bunch of spiders. Which would make me very sad as a boyar. We'll grab also the wolf hearts as soon as we need to. We just don't want to spend the extra upkeep on them. Not just yet.
The offspring of
The boss.
No deals to be had just yet. It's fine. I can't wait to be fighting Kugath down here in the south. Which is not something one normally says, but I can't wait to obliterate Nurgle. Revenge.
from love for Kislev, you know.
I think we actually forgot to do our Witch's Hut that turn. I'm going to have to do that first every turn, otherwise I'm going to forget 100%. Fist of the Motherland. Raise or sack Zerulus. But I just left. I don't want to. Raise or sack. Ransack their lands, leave them weak. Yeah, a lot of gold, but we're coming on down south. Nurgle has been pushed back by the ogres for now, but we could dive on in and maybe fight against the Ice Viewer. Grab some of this frozen land. We're kind of playing defense for now. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and... There's no reason to leave the quest. And I don't see...
Age does not
I don't see
slow
Kugath
me.
making progress just yet.
Think that bear's gonna save you now?
Stok is fighting just about all of the demonic forces in the area, as well as the Dawi. There's no way he holds for that long. Cool, are you guys fighting?
Aye. Let's hear what
Really?
you have to say.
Avoided
We'll hear
issues
this
with
before
Kugath
those
for now. That's incredibly surprising.
Granny, Nanny, Goody, what names are these for powerful sorceresses?
Don't you worry about it.
Kislev needs us.
The
Why
most
can't
powerful sorceresses we have.
Hag Witch.
Hag Witch, we are going to have... Since you're going to be kind of just traveling for now, we'll have you... Any issues? Go further? No. We'll just spread some control then. Hand out some candy to the people.
They speak to me.
Don't worry about the candy with eyeballs. It's perfectly natural.
Yes, awaits us.
Ostankya,
Terrible fools.
Gullible Fools, will have you recruit in some Akshina. And we will likely be replacing a lot of our Kossars with Akshina eventually as well. So we can't really recruit that many. We're at 2 for now.
Who calls?
My question is, do we care about attrition very much?
It is so.
Or do we care about covering ground?
Faster.
I think we care about covering ground. So we're going to take a bit of attrition this turn and grab ourselves some
Or
Akshina.
fight.
Perfect. Into the Witch's Hut. We're going to grab a Typhlosis. No, let's grab one of these Fragmenti. I want to try that one. Missile strength minus 15%, vigor loss reduction, and plus 100. You get a whole bunch of bad things on one unit.
Like a summer
That's awesome.
glacier.
That does only allow us to grab the Bear's Bulwark. I don't know why we can't say that one properly. So I think it's best to go for the Typhlosis. Or we can get either the Incarnate's Wrath or the Spectre's Miasma. Sweet. We need more trinkets.
Hexes.
As most heal up to the next tier, let's do it. It's time.
The motherland's children are overlooked.
Oh, you know, we were not... we already started this one. I got overzealous. We're upgrading this City of Splinters over the Dogonier Forest. We're going to save. I thought we had already upgraded this one. Curses. I'm not going to cancel this one. We'll just wait 3 turns. Let's keep on through, and...
Ostankya this, mother that. Cowards. Say less. Do more.
Say less, do more. Heard it.
Get away, fiend. You are
Her
no
voice lines are the
friend to
best.
us.
Big Bird wants a gift. Free will is an illusion. Your decision is known. See, Big Bird, if I give you that gift, you're just going to use it to punch me. Get out of here. A war declared, then. All right.
The secret
Just as
of
Nurgle
my
claims the
home.
South. Oh man, this is a fortunate series of events. Okay, so things have gotten a little bit spicy.
In my woods, the offspring of chaos disappeared. For this is what I do for Kislev.
I hear you, Ostankya. What we're going to do is throw in a Boyar here. Adjudicator, Vanguard, or Aggressive. All units in army. I don't think this counts for the people in the garrison group, though. So, Nikolai, you're going to give get a rest. And we're going to grab probably Piotr here just for the extra damage. Yeah.
My rule is
Oh, you're expensive. Well, in that case, we get rid of one of our cave bats. We'll combine these guys on up.
Ends justify means.
Perfect. It's not fully sorted out, but that'll be alright. Let's move down to Zamoski very quickly.
In the gardens.
We'll leave the Boyar up here to defend, as well as our nice Chungus tied forward here. I'd love to just grab this peace treaty real quick. I was expecting them to win that army, but I guess they must go after them in the turn, and they probably snuck on down in March, scared them off, which is unfortunate.
Oh yeah.
In fact, we can make this Boyar a little bit better. Give him the Fencer's Blades. He's actually a fighter. There we go. 56-46. That's pretty proper. Axe in either hand. He's ready to go. Looks like he's missing an eye, though. Oh, Piotr, you must have been irritating the mother.
No other may wield it.
2 more turns and that'll be ready to go. Awesome to see. We're going to take a little bit of negative income, but I think that'll be fine. Also, if we go for the Spectre's Miasma, then we have no chance of grabbing either of these just because of the bones. That's fine.
They say
We can also make a Spirited Away.
death.
Summons an
The
Elemental
specters
Bear.
gather
Oh,
to
well, we've got to
feast.
try this, right? We'll take some of our bats and just send them directly into the back line.
Something wicked this way comes.
Summon in a Spirit Bear. Alright, 100 Spirit Essence has been consumed. 1,000 more Treasury, which is great. Is that all we get? Probably till the next turn. Sounds good to me. Juliana, you keep on moving south. Hopefully we get ourselves some fights soon. There's Kugath.
Mile upon
In
mile.
fact, we may keep Juliana up here to join Ostankya for the final fight.
Urges on.
He is likely to attack Karak Doom here next turn. He could choose to go after us at Dolganir. That'd be unfortunate. Just have to see.
Tyrant.
No more real deals to be made, but that's fine.
Master Butcher.
That is fine. The turn to see how the enemies of Kislev make their moves. Alright, the Flesh Greeters are gone. I think they were up here near us, too. He has moved into the Hellcade Drove. That is absolutely perfect. A Convalescence, time dedicated. We already read that through. And now we've got a quest issued. The COVEN'S CURSEMARK. Win the following battle with Mother Ostankya's army. And this would unlock our secondary hex here. Something burrows deep beneath the earth, reeking of sinister corruption. An underway, perhaps, infested with filthy vermin. Whatever the cause, its rot has withered the land, with every ounce of its power emanating from a single point of infection. Such power could be used in the creation of a new hex, one that could entrap such vile trespassers before they ever have chance to plant their virulent seeds of corruption. Seek out the source of this cancerous blight. Essence of whatever lies at the heart of this scourge must be harvested. Mother Ostankya will learn the COVEN'S CURSEMARK hex and gain a nice bit of replenishment. We will face off against some Skaven. That is not very many Skaven. Reinforcements expected? Oh yeah, no, we definitely know there'll be hordes of Skaven appearing. Alright, we'll have to throw ourselves into that one pretty soon. We've got a fairly decent force. I would like probably a few more spider hatchlings to actually be a expendable front line. So let's move on down south a bit further here.
Like that.
And Piotr, we might get rid of you. I actually don't think Kairos is going to come on down south. I think he's going to get into fights with the Cathayans. So we're going to make a bit of a gamble. We've already spent more gold on him than I would have liked to. Just so we can be back in the positive income. With Ostankya.
Just an old woman.
Just an old woman. We'll have her come on out and go into
At
camp.
your peril.
So we're not taking any attrition. And we will recruit in.
The motherland.
Oh, we can just grab
needs its
giant
sons
spiders? Do
and
these guys move
daughters.
faster than their hatchlings? Well, they do. Why would you ever recruit hatchlings? 34, 46. Yeah, they're better in every way. Even have more armor. Because they're not expendable. Let's grab some more giant spiders. They're expensive, but I think with this, we are ready to go against the quest battle there. Also hit the purification chant and drop all the Nurgle corruption.
In the north, sending
probably a good idea to weaken them. Drops the chance of plague spreading. But we don't own any territory in here. We have to. It has to be in an area that we own, right? It says target, yeah, belonging to you. Fair enough. We're not really worried about any corruption here. Not at current. One more turn before the Dogonier Forest is ready. I myself am ready. Let's grab then... I'm actually not sure. Let's grab the local recruitment capacity over here in Prague. Improved lookout. Since you have to start with 2 initially, that's no good. We need 3 recruitment slots.
Troubles into the world.
We will indeed. Let's grab our Witch's Hut, and we shall take the time to make some more Typhlosis here. These will be fantastic to employ against Kugath. We'll grab the Incarnate's Wrath as well. Get a nice smattering of blessings and curses.
When the fools do so much to themselves.
Hidden Guardian.
Hidden Guardian, you come on back up here with Ostankya.
Stamp across
We'll need
the
you for the quest battle. In fact, let's go ahead and get rid of both of these Kossars early on. That way we're not paying for them.
Not every soldier is useful.
I agree. I mean, these ogres are actually fairly useful, I can't lie.
Mother Ostankya will get you, they say.
Don't
It's
get them.
true only for those who offend the motherland.
A mother. Perfect. Let's get into the Coven's CURSEMARK battle here. Next turn.
Ritual.
Beat Ritual.
Sometimes
Ooh, a brutal business. So armies everywhere are going to have a bit more base weapon damage, plus 20. Battle is a blood-soaked affair. Limbs severed, bones exposed, men left for dead in the cruor-soaked fields amongst scores of fallen friends and enemies. Strong weapons forged with time, sweat, and expertise mark the difference between victory and defeat. A good sword cuts clean through bone, severing heads and limbs where lesser weapons would barely maim. As instability grows across the world, so too does man's bloodlust and his desire for war and carnage on an ever grander scale, ruining my event card. We get 5 turns of extra melee damage.
For me, witch?
Indeed. You jump on into Ostankya's army.
troops know not what I do for them.
Interestingly enough, the forces of chaos have not moved to attack. Dark Oak Wharf is still under control, so that's what they're doing first. They're stamping out everyone in the Cliffs of Death. We've got a little bit of time to prepare then.
The lands.
Not a lot. Dogonier Forest up to the next tier.
Yes, dear.
And let's grab our Akshina. Oh, we cannot. Is there any amount of gold we can gain? I would have loved to have the Wolf Hearts.
And grind.
That's alright, I guess. We shall make do.
Who calls?
I call. We're gonna grab the Coven's CURSEMARK battle here. In a stance, take her out of any kind of stances. And actually for the battle, we're gonna grab those Fencer's Blades right off of our
More than
previous
just
hero there.
mere baubles.
Grab ourselves Typhlosis,
The call.
as well as an Incarnate's Wrath.
Sapping strength and will. Languor
Wanting to see if
takes
they actually-
your rest.
You can keep storing them. It doesn't necessarily tell you how many you're allowed to store. Can't find that anywhere, so we'll have to find out ourselves.
Curdling milk.
Beautiful. Coven's CURSEMARK, and we teleport on over. Where is this, actually, before we do so? This actually might make us discover Kislev sooner. Although it's still in Norska, so maybe not. Either way. Oh, we can see the rest of their army here. They've got artillery. Okay. Should be nothing we can't handle. We've got sleds. And then we can come on in here and go, oh, your artillery. Would be a shame if they failed to hit anything. Times 2. That's fantastic. We could even go for Fragmenti on... Well, honestly not. Let's save a couple of these here. And then we can go for Spirited Away. I kind of want to try the Spectre's Miasma, as our Kossars are actually going to be probably in the thick of things. So giving them a bit more resistance, and then when they do die, they explode. Sounds kind of hilarious. So let's Throw that on our elite boys here. We're going to grab the Incarnate's Wrath on our Incarnate, as well as the Things in the Woods. And I think that's about all the buffs we want to pass on out. We really want to make sure we win, though, right? So, I take it back. One more Incarnate's Wrath on our big ol' ogres there. Keep them alive. Beautiful stuff. Quick look at our map. We're surrounded. They think they have us trapped. Fools. Okay, no kind of cutscene or anything. We just start up being attacked on both sides. Fair enough. What if we just run away from these guys and say, no thanks? I think that's what we might do. Although we could set the Akshina.
We fight for Ursan!
We got to be a little bit careful that they don't get spotted, so we'll have to deploy them a little bit
Follow the bear!
differently. They all have a snipe, so technically they shouldn't get spotted.
Fight for Ursun!
We keep the Hag Witch back here bothering them. What we'll do with the rest of our army. How far can you fire? I mean, a fair decent range. What we're gonna do is grab the Kossars, bunch them up.
Follow the bear! The motherland's finest!
Hussars!
Do something a bit like this.
Hungry!
I want Things in the Woods on one side. We're gonna have bats. Was this a Ruin Plague Seer? No, it's a Plague Seer, which is actually great for us. Bats back on either side here. We also have the spiders ready to rush in. In fact, let's have the spiders rolling with you. Mother Ostankya.
Akshina ambushes!
Get everyone in their groups.
Know your roles.
Hag witch.
Other spiders that aren't currently deployed. Where there you guys are. Guess we'll have them just kind of running up the side then, right? If they should be able to, even if they get hit by some of the artillery, I would rather them than our Kossars. But we're still going to send Ostankya and the good old fluffier Incarnate in to do some damage to start. Alright, there's going to be a bit of a... There's no doubt more escaping arriving. So let's start this thing up. They alone cannot be the cause of this virulence. Oh, great. So here comes... Nurgle's going to show up as well, are they? Right, you know the job, then. Come on, Ostankya, let's move. We're going to overwhelm these Plague Monks at the front. Things in the Woods. Here comes the true enemy, a greater demon of Nurgle. Ah, I see. We're going to lose those bats. I see. Drop the heals back here so I can at least take down those artillery pieces. Elemental Incarnate, you keep doing your thing. Oh, there's only one of them. Okay, that's not that bad. I mean, it's still pretty scary, but it's not that bad. Drop down the Flock of Doom, and then turn around, where our lads are getting run up on. You guys turn around and start blasting the Censer Bearers. Yeah, that worked out fantastically. Demonic units have appeared through a rift. So they have. Chaos Rift is opened in the south. The only thing keeping these demons together is the Greater Demon. Bird. Let's deal with the Grey Seer first. Oh yeah, and there's a lot of demons coming through the portal. That's a big old problem. Alright, Ostankya, let's get moving. Alright, we've dealt with this, no problem. You guys turn around. We need arrows. All arrows possible blasting on the Greater Demon there. Our bats got run off. That's actually just fine. Let's see if we can't keep spells on the bats. We need our own fleeing on away here. You go after the Greater Demon. Leon back. You just kind of be obnoxious. We'll have the Akshina. Ooh, that's not... Apologize for that. That's not supposed to be happening. Ostankya, flee, quickly. All of those arrows hitting at the same time should hopefully bring down the beastie. Just keep the damage going. Giant spiders, kind of throw yourself into the fray here. We don't even really need to worry about these guys in the back. We have to worry about this greater demon here. Ostankya, you just keep moving around the outside. Our elemental incarnate is going to take some serious damage. Go ahead and pull back. Same thing with you there, giant spiders. Things in the woods, you guys move in and deal with these Nurglings. I think that this combination should be just fine for keeping them away from us. We'll just kind of rotate around like so. The enemy lord's fallen. I think that's all we needed to do. Yep, the demons go ahead and shatter on away. Beautiful. Magical mushrooms from Grandma, and we gain ourselves a heroic victory. I see no heroes here, only pawns playing their roles. Prove me wrong. Well, that went fantastically well. Bok got slaughtered, and all you have to do is take down the greater demon, and the rest of the demons crumble on away, allowing us to minimize our casualties pretty fully there. Rank 11, awesome. We will go ahead and... 3 Spirit Essence is probably not worth it. We'll just take Celiac Provides.
Trespassing upon a witch's land is a dangerous game. When the daughters of the forest wail in unison, they sear onto the flesh of interlopers a sinister mark that turns the very magic of the world against them. The Coven's curse mark ensures one thing for its target: despair.
Despair. Ooh, and we've got Voidanov's Brawlers. What the Blunderbuss doesn't finish, the Axe certainly will. Hopefully these guys perform better than normal Streltsy do. Fantastic, that was an awesome quest battle. We've gained ourselves a new trinket because we fought against, I think, the demons of Nurgle and the Skaven? Let's find out. No, we simply gained a Warp Stone Fragment. Which is pretty solid there. It drops base weapon damage, but it gives you more armor-piercing damage. Intriguing. We'll have to see just what we can actually combine this up with. Hag's Denial gives us a nice 40% damage resistance kind of activated ability there. Eight of Thorns. Oh, they just take damage if they're moving? Alright then. Alright then, and we've got the Coven's CURSEMARK, which will drop Winds of Magic cost, or which will increase Winds of Magic cost by 40%, drop campaign movement range by 50%, and then disabling March, Underway, and Teleportation stance. That is horrifying. What we're going to do is let Nurgle start fighting with Karak Doom, and then basically just drop the CURSEMARK down on... You just deploy this wherever you want. Target enemy army in your territory. That is specific. I'm guessing that all of our Hag Witch spells are going to be based on our own territory, which does make sense. Hey, we'll have Mother Ostankya come on over to the Dulganir Forest then, just for now.
I shall be in the garden.
Kinda would like to
Or the nearest wood.
jump into an ambush.
Magic in stillness.
Only 45% chance in her own forest, yeah? That's interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of sit, see what's going to happen with Kugath. Hopefully he comes on over to attack Planet Helheim sooner rather than later, because I really would like to claim Karak Doom from them. But rather not have to blow up the Dawi myself. I'd rather come over here and fight Kugath. But for now, we are going to be out of time for today. I have been at Space Was a Total War. Remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Don. I'll see you on the next one.